before coming to the 90-day pipeline, I assume I was just like any other entrepreneur who decided to become a consultant. It's, feast or famine out there. At the beginning, like Ahmad says, you rely on relationships that you've built over the years. You get a few clients who are coming in excited that you've decided to go on your own. They support you, but then those clients go away, or that contract goes away, and then you're out there trying to figure out where the next client is going to come. The other thing that you do as an entrepreneur is also, if you don't have a very, very clear business model or clear delineation of what you're doing, then you tend to start taking any kind of contract just to keep cash flow going, which is usually a poison pill, because you're diluting your business, you're diluting your focus, you're diluting your strategy, and you're just doing things to make ends meet. So then, you're not really staying true to form. So before the 90-day pipeline, I knew there was a piece missing, a strategic marketing piece missing, and I tried it all. I tried Facebook ad, LinkedIn ads, Google ads, but nothing was really working. And I think, Ahmad, the 90-day pipeline just distills everything down to the core principle of what consultants need to focus on and pitch and sell and do on a consistent basis in order to be successful.
Perfect, thank you. And how did you find us?
So I forget if I was on LinkedIn or Facebook. I can't remember where, but I saw this video from Ahmad saying the 90-day pipeline if you were a consultant. And of course I was rolling my eyes, because I'm like, oh God, someone else selling another course to consultants. Consultants seem to be, a very low-hanging fruit for a lot of people out there, because they know we're desperate. We're trying to figure out our business models. So I said, oh, okay, so let me hear what this guy has to say. But I have to tell you, the minute I started watching his whole video explaining, the mechanism that he uses to help consultants, connect with their target audience, the more he was talking, the more he was resonating at a very high level with me. And I kept listening and listening and listening. And I didn't think, usually I watch videos, and the first thing I do in watching a video is look at how long it is. And if it's more than 3 minutes, I'm like, okay, I'm out of it. But, his obviously was more than 3 minutes. It was like, I think 12 or 15 minutes. I can't remember what it was, but I kept listening, and I was like, man, this guy, he's just talking to me personally. It just felt, it resonated at such a high level. So I said, even if I don't, apply to this 90-day pipeline, I just want to know, I just want to talk to them and see what this is all about. Is this any different? And, so my next thought was, I'm going to talk to them, and they're going to tell me it's like, oh, $20,000. And I'm like, oh, I'm not going to do that. But, just listening to what Ahmad was deconstructing and talking about his mechanism, it was just absolutely amazing. And it resonated more than anything else. It wasn't like a pipe dream, or it wasn't like, some of these other people selling you these courses. Ahmad sounded like someone who knew what he was talking about, because he'd been there, done that, and he spoke like a consultant, and he knew what consultants were going through. So it just resonated at a very high level.
Awesome, well said, thank you. So tell me, I asked you what things were like before. I'm curious to know what things are like now that you've gone through the program.
It's been an incredible shift. I mean, now I focused on exactly what the client's listening is, what the client needs, what the client requirements are. I focus on making sure that my brand is out there, that people know what I do. I focus on the mechanism. Here's how we do what we do and how we do it, right? And I focus on a very, very strategic target audience. So the response has been overwhelming. It's been amazing. It's out of all the marketing that I've done, this was the best money well spent on everything that I've done. And I've done a lot. And by far, whether it's taking on, certification classes, or, attending courses, or going to some marketing webinars, I'd put all of those things stack against, the 90-day pipeline, and it comes up head and shoulders above everything else. Definitely. Money well spent, time well spent, and a strategic laser focus on my, target audience just completely shifted the business 180 degrees.
Terrific.
Amazing.
Great. And so what would you say when you think about what you have most gotten out of the program? What are the top, 2 or 3 benefits of working with a 90-day pipeline?
There's been a few. The 90-day pipeline is intensive. I mean, you think that you're watching these videos, and then you get these, modules that you have to accomplish, and you think you're just going to sit there and write 1, 2, 3. And one module would take me like a week and a half, if not 2 weeks to do, because, it is asking you some really intensive work that as a consultant, sometimes we don't spend the time doing. We just think, oh, I've been doing this for years. I know what I'm talking about. I go out there and pitch. People will show up. No, it's not if you build it. You need to be clear about your messaging, clear about what you deliver, clear how you're going to deliver value. And the 90-day pipeline forces you to do that in such a contracted time that it is clearly very strategic and very tactical. So that was one of the best things I've ever done in terms of crunching the timeline, forcing you to focus, forcing you to get out there and actually do it. Listening to Ahmad watching him, he leads not only by what he says, but he leads by example. You can tell that he has a clear discipline and focus about his business, right? So it was just amazing. I think I was, probably being tracked on Google or whatever, but it brought a smile to my face because I was somewhere on a Forbes magazine reading an article, and right there, all of a sudden, Ahmad's new ad popped up, and I was like, oh, wow, that's Ahmad. That's 90-day pipeline. So I'm probably sure they know that, I'm involved or that I looked it up, but there it was, and the ad looked very, very slick, very professional. And I could just tell that he's on an upward trajectory, right? So Ahmad, lives by what he says. He's not just telling us what to do. He also lives it, and you're watching him do this, and you're like, wow, if he can do this, so can I, right? Take it to that next level. So it's just amazing what he does. And then thirdly it's amazing to see, like, the sales and marketing call or the Mindset Mondays, to see everybody there just riveted, for 2-3 hours. We're business people, but here we are, we're carving out the time to do this because the value that you get over and over and over again is just amazing, not just from Mod, but watching other people develop their business. And it's just amazing to see people just progress, or come back on the Slack channel saying, hey, I just closed, another client. So it's just, you're part of this wave. So every time the momentum moves forward, it just propels you even more to just keep going and doing and challenging yourself, not just what you're doing, but what others are doing and keeping up with them. And then I think people won't say it, but I know I've experienced it, and I'm pretty sure other people have experienced it. When you're on that sales and marketing call and you got to put your stuff up so that everybody sees it and a mod sees it, you know, so you got to come correct. And because everybody's going to see it, you know, a mod is going to critique it. And even though no one will admit it, I'm pretty sure people are like, if a mod gives you a compliment, you're like doing this little dance and you're like, yes. If a mod says, you know, you're good to go. But if he critiques it, then you're going to go drink for about, you know, 3 days. But
That's awesome.
you know, it's like you know, getting the daddy's approval kind of situation, because he is so up there that if you get his approval about even the tiniest thing that you did right, I just think it just makes you feel like, okay, I got this, right? If Ahmad says it's good to go, then you must be on the right path, right? So it's all of these things are just things that I've gotten in 90 days. It's just amazing, right? So to me, the program speaks for itself. If you're in it and you do the work and you focus and you do what you're supposed to do and you double down, there's just no way for you not to succeed. It's an amazing program. Very impressive.
Perfect. I hope we haven't contributed too much to your drinking.
No, that was one time it happened, and I was just like, "Oh my God!" I thought I had it.
Days are overlapping each other.
Yeah, Ahmad just like he just destroyed it. I was like, and he didn't really say much. He just said, "Well, no, I wouldn't do that. No, you didn't really do this. You should focus more." And I was like, "Oh God." No, but it was fine. It was fine.
But you got there.
It was good. I got off the horse and I was like, okay, maybe I'm not as good as I thought I was. No, but but it was all good. It was good. It just made me focus even more and drill down even. But that's the point of the program, right? Ahmad doesn't let you get away with just superficial stuff. And you say, oh, I'm doing well. And he just makes sure that you are doing what you're supposed to do in order to succeed, because his reputation, the whole program's reputation is on the line, right? Because, you know, and he makes sure that, you know, everybody he touches, he provides value to, which is amazing because, you know, it's not just this cookie cutter approach, right? That everybody, oh, just go read your 3 modules and you'll be fine. And everybody goes through the gauntlet and everybody goes through the prism. There's a mechanism, but he focuses on exactly what you need individually as opposed to just giving the same rhetoric to everybody. So I just thought that that was very interesting and very amazing about the program.
Great. And final question, would you recommend that other people work with us? And if so, why?
Oh, if I had to recommend, look, if I had discovered the 90-day pipeline when I first decided to become a consultant, I think I would be a million miles ahead of the game right now. So if you're a consultant and you're out there and you're thinking about what's your next move, don't even waste your time with, you know, Google ads or networking or what. Take the 90-day pipeline, focus, commit to it. Doesn't mean you can't do all these other stuff, but focus on that first as a foundation, then everything else becomes, you know, either easy game or something you're just adding cherry to the pie. But the 90-day pipeline is the most amazing foundational piece for any consultant who's looking to go out there and start their consulting business, bar none.
Awesome. Thank you, Marvin.